At 2:17 a.m., Nevada Highway Patrol picked up a broken emergency call. Only 3 words cut through the static. 15 days, run. Then silence. The signal traced back to Ravenwood National Forest, a place with one rule carved into local legend. No human survives after day 15. They don't die, they disappear. A group of 15 hikers had entered the forest that morning. Their leader, Cole, was experienced, calm, and confident. But 2 hours in, things started breaking. "Guys, my map just reset," said Mason, tapping his glitching tablet. Lines on the GPS twisted, curled into circles, then stretched upward. Like the forest was rewriting itself, Cole lifted the outdoor camera to document it. And that's when the first impossible moment hit. On the display, Mike and Jack stood side by side, but behind them, a third shadow flickered, human-shaped, tall, its head vibrating like a corrupted video file. Mike's breath caught in his throat. "Cole, tell me that's one of us." His voice shook so hard he nearly dropped the camera. It wasn't one of them. That night, the forest came alive. Footsteps followed the group. Not running, not wandering, matching their pace exactly. Then came the voices. At first it sounded distant, then closer, repeating their own conversations from earlier. Someone whispered, trembling, "Shoo, it's copying us." When sunrise finally came, the terror deepened. Every watch, every phone, every digital timer showed a different day. One full day ahead of reality. Cole froze. Day 2 just became day 3, overnight. No one spoke for a long moment. Because everyone knew the legend. No one has ever made it to day 15 and walked back out. Not even the last missing hiker, whose final recorded words were, "If I hit day 15, don't come looking." By day 4, the group stopped pretending everything was normal. Cole tried to keep everyone calm, but the fear was already sinking in. The forest felt tighter, heavier, like the air itself was watching. That morning, Lena, the quiet one of the group, pointed at the tree limb. "Guys, does something feel wrong with the shadows?" They all looked. Every tree cast a shadow to the west, except one. A tall, narrow pine stood completely still, with no shadow at all. Mike backed up slowly. "That's not possible. Nothing blocks sunlight like that." Cole raised the camera toward it, zooming in, only to see the lens glitch, distort, and show the same human-shaped shadow they saw last time. But this time it was closer. "Pack up. Now," Cole ordered. By evening, the footsteps returned. Faster now. Sharper. Like whatever was following them was learning how to walk correctly. Then the forest repeated something new. Their fear. A voice echoed between the trees, whispering the exact words Mason had said earlier. "We're not getting out, are we?" The group froze. "That wasn't me," Mason whispered. Night came hard and cold. The campers huddled near their small fire, listening to twigs snapping in perfect rhythm. 3 snaps, pause, 3 snaps. A pattern the forest had never made before. At 2:13 a.m., Lena shook Cole awake. Her voice was trembling. "Cole, look at the timer." Cole checked his watch. Day 7. But they'd only spent 4. Time wasn't moving forward. The forest was pushing them forward. Mike stared into the darkness and whispered the one question no one wanted to say out loud. "Why is it rushing us toward day 15? No one answered. But something in the dark moved. And it sounded like it was smiling. By what the forest claimed was day 10, the group had stopped arguing about time. Their devices agreed on nothing. But the forest did. Every morning, the day count jumped. 10 days inside. But they had only lived 5. The forest was speeding up their countdown. Jack was the first to break. He kept muttering. "It's pulling us towards something. It wants us to reach day 15. Cole tried to pull him together. "Nothing wants anything, Jack. It's just a glitch. A massive, impossible glitch." But Lena wasn't convinced. She held up her notebook, pages now filled with crooked symbols she swore she didn't write. "They appear at night," she whispered. "When I sleep, something uses my hand. Symbols neither language nor drawing. But each one resembled the silhouette they kept seeing in the camera. Tall, narrow, head trembling. That evening, while crossing a shallow river, the group heard a low hum. soft at first, then louder, like a chorus of voices breathing behind them. Mason turned around and froze. The river's surface wasn't showing their reflections. Instead, it showed 15 versions of the same tall figure, each one standing behind a different hiker. Motionless. Watching. Cole, Mason whispered. "They're counting us." The water went still. The reflections leaned closer. And when Cole blinked, all 15 figures snapped their heads upward in perfect synchronization, as if staring at something above the trees. Then one reflection opened its mouth. A whisper bled into the air. 5 days left. Mike stumbled backward, nearly slipping into the river. "We're not even on day 10. Cole swallowed hard. "No, the forest is." The trees rustled, slow, deliberate, as if something was coming awake. Something that had been waiting for day 15. By the time the forest declared it day 14, none of them were sleeping anymore. The trees made sure of that. Every hour, the forest repeated their footsteps. Then their breaths. Then their whispers. Until it finally started repeating something none of them had said yet. Almost there. Cole tried to push the team forward, but the forest path twisted like a living maze, leading them in circles, then straight lines, then dead ends that hadn't existed minutes earlier. At dusk, Lena screamed. They rushed toward her, and saw her staring at a tree trunk covered in symbols identical to the ones that appeared in her notebook. Except these were carved deep, still fresh, and marked with a number burned into the bark. 15. Mike stepped back. This tree wasn't here before. A cold wind swept through the clearing, and suddenly, every device in the group beeped, flashed, and synced. For the first time since entering Ravenwood, they all showed the exact same day. Day 15. Mason's voice broke. "We didn't sleep. We didn't travel. We didn't lose time. The forest just decided we're done." The shadows around them stretched. Long, thin, human-shaped. 15 shadows, one for each hiker. Cole raised the camera in a final desperate attempt to document whatever was coming. The screen showed the group standing together. But behind them, the tall figure wasn't flickering anymore. Its form was solid, clear, and this time, it had a face. A face shaped like every missing hiker before them. The camera glitched once, twice. Then the recording stopped. Highway Patrol found the camera 15 days later at the forest edge. No bodies. No footprints. No signs of struggle. Just one final message saved in the audio logs. No one leaves Ravenwood after day 15. They join it. If you want more stories like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and keep the notifications on. Because the next mystery might already be watching you.